As Charles Dickens once said, it was the best of times and the worst of times. When I first began high school, back in 2015, I lived on the world's largest Army base, Fort Hood, Texas. I lived there from age 7 to 14. A year after I started middle school, we moved to West Fort Hood, about 80 feet from Main Post, give or take a few. Such a drastic change, I know. About 5 months after I turned 16, though, we moved to what seems like the smallest place I've ever been. No matter how settled I get here, I'm not sure I could call this home. I said the same about Texas, but I grew to love it there. Out of everyone that came and went, my family was the only one that seemed to stay in one place, and it provided a sense of security. People were always coming and going at school, and maybe that's why I never had many friends until I got to high school. So much has changed since the first day of high school, and it continues to change even now. I haven't gotten taller and my hair doesn't grow any faster, but I feel that my personality and my understanding for people and their feelings has grown tremendously. Before high school, and let's be honest even now, I would isolate myself and not even make an attempt to reach out to others. I'm very introverted, and while it may suck, it's who I am and I can't change it. So I try my best to accept that. Hopefully, if you have some major tragic character flaw, you can see past that and realize that it shouldn't be something that you let others shame you for. If there's anything that I could change about the last 4 years of my life, it would probably be who I chose to spend my time with and the amount of time I spent worrying about what all those people who aren't even in my life anymore thought of me. Trust me, out of all your friends that you have and make as a freshman, most of them, if not all of them, will be completely different than the friends you have as a senior in high school. I used to spend so much time worrying about how I dressed or how my hair looked. I'd be so busy worrying and overanalyzing sometimes, I wouldn't even be able to do assignments. And sometimes it was hard to even get out of bed because I felt so disappointed I couldn't make people stay for longer than 3 months at a time. Nobody had explained to me that that's just how things went in high school. Your interests change, and so do the people's around you. Not everybody is your friend, and you have to keep that in mind. At the end of the day, you just have yourself. If there are any words of wisdom I can give to future classes, it would be to go and join clubs, and be sociable and make friends. Make memories with these people, so hopefully in 4 years, or maybe even 10, you can look back and think of all the great times you had with your friends. The few times I made memories with friends, I was probably doing something rebellious or honestly probably illegal, but we're just not going to talk about that part. I wish I could have pushed myself more and done more at school because half the stories I can think of I can't tell, but I remember once I went with a girl who's my best friend at the time to my first and only homecoming dance. Because she was part of student council, we helped to set up decorations and got free tickets to the dance. The dance ended at 10, but we stayed until almost midnight and helped clean up. That was one of the most memorable times I can think of that I'm able to talk about in the speech. I hope that this seemed somewhat insightful and helps you see that while it may often seem like it, because of the constant flow of projects and assignments, high school doesn't have to be the hell that it is typically depicted as.